All right. Shalom, shalom. Before we get started, we give all praise on the word too. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, and HAQADASH. Double honors to the positive elders, great millstone, who do well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful and late that preaches truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. And this another lesson, another exhortation through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. This video is first and foremost for myself. The name of this video is balance versus uh, discipline. Because me and the brother we was talking about different things. And I was talking about the class I was at yesterday in Chicago. We was going into the difference between that same, but the difference between balance and discipline, because you could have balance. You could do your videos, you could go to camp, you could study, fellowship with the brothers, give alms. You could do all those things, man. But discipline is different. It's different from balance, man. Because like the brothers were saying yesterday at the class, if you doing if you coming to late work, 30 minutes late, you coming to camp late every time, you coming to class late every time, that's not discipline. That's not discipline. You probably doing those things, you probably balancing it out, you probably not doing too much of that, too much folly. You're probably not doing too much folly, or you're probably not doing more folly than the will of the Heavenly Father. But at the same time, if you coming in late, and if it's if you're not doing it with all your might, that shows like a discipline. You got that word discipline?
Yeah. This is so I got the etymology and I got the definition. Like, I got the etymology and I got the definition. So this is a definition of discipline.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. All right, which it says use punishment to correct disobedience. But the first part is really what you want. It says the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. And that's what discipline is, a code of behavior. Okay, it's how you do one thing, it's how you do everything. Okay, because like the brother said, it's balance. Okay, not doing too much of this and doing too little of that. But the discipline comes into play, which separates it from the balance. Because are you disciplined enough to uh, uh, be sharp and be on point with this? Because that has nothing to do with the balance. Okay, the balance is in a whole spectrum of itself, right? Because then you go into the etymology, discipline. It says, jump it down. It says instruction, giving, teaching, learning, knowledge, object of instruction, knowledge, science, military discipline, pupil, student. All right, because right, a follower. It says branch of instruction or education. Wait, where is that? Okay, it says treatment that corrects, punishment from the notion, order necessary for instruction. Then there was something else in here. It says system of rules and regulations. So it's a system. Being disciplined is meaning you're obliged by the system. Okay, you might balance is like you might do good. Like say you go to work, you might do good on the job and shit. You might get good with the boss, you know what I'm saying? And then you also have it where you make friends at the job to balance the work space out. Okay, but the discipline that comes in is that do you come back from your lunch on time? Okay, do you clean up your area? Okay, do you come to work on time like the brother mentioned? Okay, that's the discipline. The balance came from the environment you was in, from the manager to the workers, all right, and other things of such, man. Okay, but the discipline comes in after that because the discipline is what put the cap on, put the cherry on top for you to further, okay, your walk if you have ears to hear it. So if you're going to, oh shit. No, I was gonna say discipline is where disciple comes from. Okay, disciple and discipline it goes. It's the same thing, man. Which you had disciples of YAHAWASHI, man. Meaning what they were disciplined in the ministry, okay, as well as being balanced, man. Okay, it's like you got it.
No, I'm about to say it because showing good, showing behavior and stuff like that, that also goes into your character. For example, like just like working out, to be working out, to work out, to be extra buff arms, have big chest, you gotta have a certain type of character, a certain type of lifestyle to do that. You gotta have discipline. You gotta eat right. You gotta work. Because see, look, you can work out all day long, but you're not eating right with it.
Right.
You're not getting your proper rest. You're not, letting your muscles rest, so on and so forth. You just working out and you just eating whoppers and just eating bullshit all day. You're not balancing the workout out, or neither are you showing discipline.
Exactly. Like, because I was in a situation like that, just working out, not really changing the diet. So I'm not losing my stomach, man. Trying to get my stomach back to where I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to go anywhere if I'm still eating cookies, you know what I'm saying? All the bullshit without having the proper diet to match what I'm trying to do, man. That's what the discipline is. The discipline matches the balance. Okay, the balance is so I might be getting good rest. Well, not even that. You know what I'm saying? The balance is like I might be going to the gym. All right, I'm working out, whatever. And then I'm not overworking out. I don't work out 7 days a week. I might have a rest between days or whatever. That's my balance. My discipline comes in, go be continually to go to the gym on time at the same time, or the right diet. You know what I'm saying? The proper exercises, the proper rest, the sleep, proper sleep, and so forth, man. I got you got something? All right, well, since we don't discipline me, I got scripture. This is this is Proverbs 20. People, First Corinthians, for sure. This is Proverbs 20. First Corinthians 9:27. This is Proverbs 20:13. It says, "Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thy eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread." So just spiritually, going into it, love not sleep, because when you sleep, you're at rest. All right, you're at ease. Okay, don't love sleep, man. Okay, because sleep doesn't. When somebody's always at rest, man, they're not a disciplined person because they always want to take a chill, man. They never want to suffer. They never want to go through things that actually for themselves, man. Meaning they're not disciplined. Or it also can go into being unbalanced, man. All right, when you're always at rest, man, meaning you do too much resting then versus working. That's unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? Okay, which disrupts the discipline that can come after, man. Okay, you can grab it real quick.
First Corinthians 9:27. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection,
Right.
lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." Right, so you gotta we're gonna discipline once again. You gotta put yourself in subjection. You gotta have self control. You gotta basically you gotta know how to go about certain situations, certain situations at certain times, man. Because it say, I'm gonna bring it back and say, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." Right? You gotta show an example. Hey, but if that discipline out there, let's say you is doing the work and you is handling your business, but it's no discipline in those things you're doing, then you're not gonna be able to show that great example.
Hey, that's good if you said that because we brought out disciple, meaning it's to what? To follow. Okay, so if we're following the example, therefore the ones that's following us is following the example. But if we disrupt that example, therefore those following can't properly follow because they're not following the proper example based off the examples we have set that may not necessarily came from the proper example, which is Yahawashi. All because we lack discipline. That's why it's important to have this discipline because to be considered a disciple of Yahawashi, man. You see what I'm saying?
And
So,
really,
so
I
it, you
would
got
say, no, really, I should have started up some.
come.
It's First Corinthians 9:24. It say, know ye not that they which were in the race run all, but one received the prize, so run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Mhm.
You know, and they say, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Like we do trying to follow ways how much our shot do the things of the spirit, you know. But even when we do things that's like bodily, that stuff that's not of the spirit, that's of the flesh, we still gotta go through the spirit and do those things through the spirit as well, man. To have that proper discipline with it, you know. Or if not, we just gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be out of order.
That's why the scriptures say much studying is awareness of the flesh, showing you that there is balance, showing you that the Most High provides balance. Man. Okay, you're not supposed to be indulged in one thing all the time. You gotta have some type of relief to balance the scale. False balance is an abomination unto the Lord. So the brothers of the truth are supposed to have the balance, but like the brother said, it's different from the discipline, man. Okay, a lot of brothers don't have the discipline to act. That's why a lot of brothers get bugged out on certain things. And certain things is it persuade them off the course faster and easier than certain other brothers, man, because they lack the discipline, the peanut butter to the jelly, okay, to complete the sandwich, man.
It's a either for so run, not as uncertainly, so I fight not as one that be of the air,
Mm.
but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest so that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. You know, so Paul, like, or he had the balance, you know, but he showed great discipline in the ministry, man. You know, because Paul worked, you know, and Paul went through all types of hell in the ministry, but through his discipline, he that made him be consistent in what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I gotta. He basically was on top of. He basically was on top of everything, man. You know, he was on top of everything that he had going on.
Hey, you mentioned working out. It's like I'm disciplined. If I miss my workout, if I wasn't able to get to the gym in the morning, the discipline comes in by me just doing something at night before I went to sleep or took a shower or something. Even if it's something light for like 25 minutes, so that I can used to mention consistency, so that I can stay consistent, man. All right, so that I don't deflate like a damn balloon. All right, and have to start back over from scratch after 2 weeks of hard work. 1 week put me back, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all because of my discipline was on point.
I'm this Second Peter chapter 1 verse 5. And
Oh, go ahead.
it say, and besides this, giving all diligence, and to add your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge. And we go in that word virtue, it goes into patience. You know, when you have a discipline thing, much patience is required with it. You know, if not, um, it's gonna be like you're like, oh no, I can't wait. Then you just jump right into it. Like for example, let's say you tell your dog to sit, but in the dog's head, he like, ah, he said sit, but I want to go over there right now. Go over there. He just ran over there.
Right.
He didn't have no patience, and two, the dog didn't have no discipline, man.
Right.
It just went and just did what it wanted to do, and without thinking either. You know, it just went straight to what it wanted to do, man. You know, but when you're doing things in patience and you putting discipline in it, you'll be able to think about it. You'll be able to ponder it. Matter of fact, it's in the Proverbs. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse uh, 26. It says, "Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established." And we go in that word ponder. Ponder it basically means to think about to basically think about something, you know, or to think about something before making a decision, you know. So, hey, by you having discipline and whatever you're doing, um, um, that means you thought about the whole situation before you made an action to it.
Yeah, because if I could add to that, because one of the words that was in discipline was scholar. Okay, it was scholar. It goes back to it says a student. Okay, it says I can't find it, but one of the words that I said in here was a scholar. Okay, which goes into disciple, but it says a student. Okay, a student does work. What when they're in school they gotta study, they gotta take notes. You know what I'm saying? That's discipline. Okay, they gotta attend to the things to the class, man, so they can pass the class. Because if they wasn't disciplined, man, they wouldn't be able to pass the class. That we're trying to pass the class, trying to receive salvation. Okay, so we're taking notes. You know what I'm saying? We're tending to the teacher, man. Being a student, a pupil. We're following the teacher, man. That's discipline. Following the teacher and the things that he has laid out for us. The teacher, when you go to school, they're gonna give you what's it called? Uh, the packet they give you when the class start for like the agenda. I forgot what it's called. Like a syllabus. I think that's it. A syllabus. The teacher gives you a syllabus, man. Okay, and the syllabus it covers all the things that they're gonna give you for the course of the class for the semester.
And that's a good example. That's another good example too, because you could be a person that come to class every day and you do whatever you do outside of class. That's a balance. But do you come to class
Right.
at time?
Right.
You know, do you have missing work?
Right.
You know,
Right.
well, is your grades good?
Right.
You know, that's where the discipline comes in. You can show your face every day. You know, you could show your face every day, but as you come in there on time, as you prepared, you got a pencil.
Right.
You know,
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You always ask people for hey, got a pen. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't bring your own. You wasn't disciplined to go to the store, get a 2-pack or 3-pack or whatever, and bring it to class, man. You don't never got a material. Okay, you always gotta what? You take it to the truth. You always gotta ask a brother for a garment. Brother, where's your garment at? Why don't you have a garment? If you know you're going to a brother house, why you don't keep one in the car? Or something, why don't you have 2 or 3? Why aren't you prepared to serve the Lord, man? That's your garment is your armor, man. All right, the sackcloth is what we prophesy in. Just use an example when it's true, or a Bible or something, or your phone. You know your phone messed up, but you don't bring a book Bible. Now you gotta ask a brother, you got an extra Bible. There's brothers that do that kind of stuff, man, because that they lack discipline. They might have the balance to do the work, and they might have the job they work now. They might work 12-hour shifts or third shift, and they find the balance to still do the work for the Lord, like their video epistles, but they don't have the discipline with the other things, which now eventually that lack of discipline is going to cause them to have a false balance. Okay, it's eventually going to weigh too much on one side. See, because a balance is a scale. Okay, it's evenly distributed. So, but when one side is more than the other, it becomes false. So you got the discipline, you got the balance. But if you lack the discipline, the balance is going to weigh too much. See what I'm saying? And then now you're going to be unbalanced. And now and then what makes brothers self-destruct. They going crazy, they going this, that, it's happening. And but I can't, no, brother, it's you, brother. Like take a breathe, brother, and pray, and the scripture says self-examine thyself whether you be in the faith, man. Okay, having faith means to have great patience, man. Because in order to have faith on something, you're sitting here waiting. We're waiting for the kingdom, which means we're having patience. 'Cause that's what faith is, patience. Okay, belief. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like stacking money. If you want to make $1,000, you know, in 1 month, for example, you got to save the money. You can't, as soon as you get the money, spend it.
Right.
You got to save. You got to wait till it build up, or you will never reach that goal. Even if you only spend just a little bit, as long as you still save. So, all right, if I save at least this much, by the time the end of the month comes, I should have $1,000. You know, you gotta basically, yeah, just wait.
Uh,
But back in this verse, this
okay, I was gonna say, kind of, just a quick listen. This is Proverbs 25 and 27. It is not good to eat much honey. So for men to search their own glory is not glory. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. You know, so you gotta have rule over your spirit. That means what? To be disciplined. Okay, you gotta know when enough is enough. The scripture just said, um, it just said, it says it is not good to eat much honey. Meaning what? You have to be disciplined as well as balanced. Okay, you have to have them both coexist with each other, man. You can't have more of one and less of the other, man, because you're gonna self-destruct. Okay, so it says, "He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls," meaning no protection. Okay, meaning it's easy for the enemy to come in. If you don't have discipline, it's easy for Satan to jump on you. If you don't have discipline, it's easy for you to be knocked off the spirit. You might think a brother's offending you, and he ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You start thinking a little dumb shit, you know what I'm saying, when it wasn't even really that. Because now you don't have rule of your spirit. You're like a city broken down and without walls, man. Okay? So just easy entering in, man. You got it.
this First Peter chapter 1, verse 6. It's like the Second Peter chapter 1, verse 6. And to knowledge, temperance, and to temperance, patience, and to patience, godliness.
Mhm.
And we go on the word temperance to say,
Strong's G, 1466. Ekrataya. Ekrataya.
let's say self-control, the virtue of one who masters his desires and passions, especially his sexual needs. Right. So, and we're just going into how virtue goes into patience. So you got to be patient, and you have to wait for the kingdom to come. You can't, oh shit, the kingdom ain't here yet. I've been doing all this work, kingdom ain't here yet. You know what? Fuck it. No, you gotta have temperance. You gotta have self-control. You gotta rule over your spirit.
Uh,
You know. Hey, so you can fulfill to receive your prize, man. You know. Hey, us having balance and discipline, that's what's gonna give us salvation. You know, what's that? We go gain patience waiting for it, man. You know, the Lord it said when he come back, he want to find his servants so doing.
mhm.
He want to find his servants working when he receive. But if his servants don't have that discipline and don't be consistent in doing their decency and order, you know, they're not gonna be working, man. You know, but when his servants, when he do come back, his servants is gonna be working, man, and they're gonna be doing everything um in their ability to keep enduring, man. But going back in this verse, it say uh let me bring it back. So this is First Peter chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 5 again. It say, and besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness, charity. You know, it all connects with each other, man. The balance, the virtue, the temperance, the patience, the diligence. It all connects. You know, it all works with each other, man. You know, but it's just different levels. The different levels with them different words, man. And it say, for if these things be in you and abound, they make you they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahawah Hamashiach. So if you do these things, you're gonna receive salvation, man. You know, if you show the discipline, and if you have that just balance, you know, and the Lord is gonna be in your favor, in your favor in the time to come, man. He's gonna show you favor, man.
I got the definition of balance. It says an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. And the second definition, it says a condition in which different elements are equal or in correct proportions. Right. Discipline, balance. Two different elements that are equal, all right, but different. Okay, you can't have one more of the other. Okay, they go hand in hand in the correct proportions. Okay, a steady position or condition. So balance is a stable and steady condition. Okay, you go to the etymology. You cool?
You know,
It says I mean, I don't give you much. It just say scales of apparatus for weighing by comparison of mass. It says arithmetic, arithmetical, arithmetical difference between the two sides of an account. Right. So the difference between the two sides of an account, the scale, okay, that shows the balance, okay, the two different sides. So again, balance, all right, shows your steadiness, but the discipline keeps you keep you sharp within your studies, within your walk. Like I could I'm trying to give another example. Like if I'm in track or sports or something, my discipline comes on my diet, how much water I intake. You know what I'm saying? If I cramp up, that means what? I lack potassium. You know what I'm saying? Like different things that help me forward my what's it? My forward my uh forward my goals and forward my damn, I can't think enough, but forward what I'm trying to achieve in my sport, man. Basically is the point. All right, you got it.
this Isaiah 33:6, it says, wisdom and knowledge show the stability of our times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So you stick in this wisdom and knowledge, this is what's gonna keep you stable in all things, man. Because you gotta look at all things being spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Even in the Father. Everything is spiritual, and you gotta get the edification out of all things you do and filter it through the scriptures, man. You know, and that's gonna bring your balance and um 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 that's gonna make you apply having discipline, man. So you can have that just balance, man. You know, but without that discipline, the balance not gonna even out. It's gonna never even out perfectly, man. Uh, so Lord willing, this was edifying with that. We're gonna close out, give all praise, I'm gonna glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH, the honest apostle, elders, great millstone, we will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom and the Bob, the ball.
Shalom, Baba Boy.